Okay, so here we have the ATAYAL XL from Work Tough Gear. The designer is Vic Lin, the owner of Work Tough Gear, and they are based in Taiwan. This one is a second production run. It's made out of Bowler K329. We've got some 45-degree texturing on the scales here. Blue liners. I don't know what other colors might be available. I think this is G10. I'm pretty sure it's G10. All right, let's see. I'll get you all the information off this side. All right, got the Work Tough logo. Second production run, Bowler K329 steel, October 2025. And this is it's almost like a full flat most of the knife, but you can kind of see it kind of goes most into like a very high saber on the thumb ramp here. One thing I think is interesting, and I don't think this is tapered intentionally, but it's because the way the grind is, maybe, or maybe it was tapered, I don't know. But you can see that towards the tip, the blade kind of tapers off, and that kind of reduces the weight of the blade. All right, let's see. I think the balance is right there, right at the choil. You can see here at these little thumb pieces, you can hold like this or like that. Use the choil. Let's get you guys some measurements. This is always tough with one hand. We'll see if I can get it. All right, here at the base of the knife, we are just under 2 inches, right between 1 3/4 inches and 2 inches. Now towards the tip, it's about the same out there. Towards the very end, we're getting close to 1.5 inches, and it tapers off. Total blade length, it's got a curve in it, so it's kind of hard to measure that. But over here, it is a little bit more than 12.5 to the choil, but about 11 3/4 to the blade. And of course, if you were to get a string and measure it around like that, it would be longer. The handle, it's about 6.5. The grip portion is 5 inches. Width, let's see if I can eyeball this. It's about 1.5 inches. It's hard to show on camera. It's about 1.5 inches. This blade, okay, that's my pinch bruise. I was smashing some stuff and I got my finger in the way. So yeah, got kind of a Coke bottle shape. That's about 1 1/8 inches or so, but it is a meaty grip. If you have little small stubby fingers, it may feel a little large, but I think if you have large hands, it's going to feel fine. So I have mechanic size large hands, and you can see about where my fingers wrap around. Nice pommel there with a lanyard hole. All right, let's see, what else can I tell you guys? So Kydex sheath, this one kind of has a safety strap, double retention. The Kydex, I've noticed with the Kydex, I think this is the best way to put the knife in. You kind of put the tip in like that until the handle lines up with the handle. Of course, this is not going to be easy with one hand. I need an extra hand. once you get that in, you kind of rotate it down. I didn't get the, here we go. So you kind of put the tip in until this lines up with that, and then rotate it down. Cut my finger off. But it's much easier to do with with both hands free. But to get it out, you could probably pull it straight out, but you could also push this, and it just comes out. So as far as mounting options, the one that I got didn't come with like the regular box with all the stuff in it, but you could mount it like this and this under a pack or something like that. Have some mounting options here. You could do some type of carry with a lanyard potentially. I'm not sure the primary way that this is meant to be carried, but I would think on a pack here and there on the bottom, kind of where you could reach around behind your back and grab it. I would think that would be probably the best way to carry it. And you could always hook up some 550 cord in places and carry that way. All right, to compare to some other sizes. So this is kind of in a line of knives that Vic has done. This is the ATAYAL, and there's an ATAYAL that's like about maybe to here. And this is the ATAYAL XL. You can see the handle is pretty similar to that one, but it's a different shaped handle. And this is the, I'm having a brain fart. Oh yeah, Lanzetta. This is the Lanzetta handle and the Lanzetta knife. Similar size handle. It looks like the profile is a little different here. It's a little flared out. And let's see, another larger knife. This is my design, the V44X. So let's see, let's line those up. So you can see that it's a pretty long knife. Oh, I don't think I gave y'all an overall size. So just shy of 19 inches overall. Almost right at 19 inches. So the V44X is just over 16. So you can see that's a pretty large knife. And just in case you guys haven't seen these three knives together, that's what that looks like. All right, so I think the weight and everything is posted on the website probably. And I'm gonna try to link put a link to the website for the knife in the comments and pin it. So that way, if you guys want better specs, you'll be able to get those. And I don't have a scale here. I could have tried to memorize it or write it down, but I didn't do that this time. All right, so let's see. Let's move this out of the way. I'll do some paper cutting. Let's cut these paper towel rolls. And I've done some cutting already, so I've cut some jugs. So it may not be as sharp as it was from the factory, but this thing came from the factory absolutely ridiculously sharp. Let's do one more. This thing wants to run away from me. Come on, thing. I don't know why this is doing that. Good grief. The thing was running for its life. All right, I think I'm gonna turn, I've done this before. I might have to edit out where I flip the knife over. But I'm gonna cut some paper, and to do this, I'm just kind of like flip it up, and I'm gonna cut it over top of the camera. So hopefully this comes out. Hopefully y'all can see that. I usually do this well, there's a short where I'm cutting paper. I'll try to always cut paper at the beginning before I actually use the knife. And then once I cut some different materials with the knife, I'll try to cut the paper again so you guys can get an idea of the edge retention. Oh. I ripped that one. All right, let's flip this back. All right, so this is the ATAYAL XL. What do I think this knife is good for? I mean, definitely self-defense. Like if you had this in your car, this is almost like a wakizashi, like a tactical wakizashi. Kind of has like a blade forward. Let's see, sign this up. So it almost has, it's kind of like a centerline tip to here, even though it does have a blade that goes out. So definitely slicey. I think this would also perform well as a machete. I'll have to check the stabbing angles, but I'm pretty sure you can get some good stabbing with this. It kind of like goes with like an upward angle. But machete, I think this is strong enough, but the blade's long enough where if you did baton, you have like an upswept blade, so you could probably hit it, you know, like not on the tip, but I think you have plenty of blade where you could hit it somewhere here to baton without having to, you know, hit right at the tip, even though it does have a pretty beefy tip. But yeah, I mean, fighting blade, machete, you know, obviously this is a little large. You might not want to carry this EDC or whatever, but you know, you could probably if you wanted to. But yeah, I'm thinking machete stuff, you know, especially with the profile, it should be very slicey. I wish I had some bamboo or more vines to cut, but I'll cut some green poplar saplings for you guys on the use review. And oh yeah, the drop date. Drop date on this is gonna be, I think the 29th of October. So very soon. I think there's gonna be batches, like a first batch and second batch. I do not know all the color finish options, but this is the one that I got. Also, check out Chris Padius on his Instagram channel. He has one of these, and he's gonna be doing a little video with his sharp things of the day. I think Scott from Choir Boys, I believe he also has one of these in the bowler. I really like bowler steel. People always ask. This has a little bit more corrosion resistance, and I think the steel's a little harder. Gets, you know, wicked sharp. Might take a little longer to sharpen than the SKD5, but the extra bonus of the some of the corrosion resistance, to me, that's worth it for me. So this is a great steel. To me, it's like a budget 3V, and I think you get very similar results, and I think a lot of people would not be able to tell the difference. All right, so let's see. I'll attempt to do this on camera. That way I don't feel like I didn't show you guys. All right, if you get one of these and you're having a hard time getting it in the sheath, I would put the tip in first, kind of rotate it in, try to get the tip to the back to where it lines up with the mold and the handle. Just rotate it in. I think you could also probably get in it from the top, but you're going to be fighting it some. So I would go like this. The tip in, rotate it forward, line it up, then snap it in. Sometimes if you bottom the tip out in the wrong place, it's not going to line up right. but that's a pretty easy way to get it in. And again, it has this little strap. That way your giant razor blade is not going to fall out and sever any tendons or arteries. All right, so it's backwards. I guess it wouldn't matter. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna go outside and do the review and have it posted up ASAP later.